Forget the lonely island. You spawn on the beach, but this time you aren't alone. On the horizon, smoke rises from villages and armed riders patrol on dinosaurs. This is Ark Survival Ascended with the human NPCs mod. A change so big, it feels like a whole new game. Today, we're diving deep to see if this one mod truly changes everything. Your first encounter with these new human societies is a genuine shocker. That lonely struggle against nature? Not anymore. Now you've got organised groups of humans building actual settlements. You'll find these villages varying in size and structure, appearing somewhat randomly across all the maps. However, they will often be found on the starter beaches, challenging your vulnerability in the early game. As these aren't just shacks, as some villages actually boast proper defences, such as plant species X, with some of the inhabitants even riding dinos as guards. It's wild how these settlements integrate into the Ark world, with neutral creatures and even territorial ones often wandering near NPC spots, creating a dynamic atmosphere where the perils of the wild intersect with human society. This breathes massive life into the map, especially for you solo players. Now what's cool is that the NPCs themselves have randomized appearances, each with their own armor and weapons, so no army of clones here. Are they instantly hostile or potential allies? NPCs have a range of behaviours, some friendly, others fiercely territorial. You can't just waltz in expecting a welcome, nor assume everyone's an enemy, so early on it's all about observation. So you've discovered these settlements. What's next with the human NPCs mod by Zonekiller? Well, you can actually tame these humans. Sounds a bit crazy, I know. But the main method is a knockout. You retract them, then feed them. They mostly eat anything, but it's important to note that their torpor does drop quickly, so make sure you have plenty of narcotics ready. There's also a passive taming method offering a less aggressive route, and I would say it's probably the best out of the two. Now be warned, attacking an NPC or stealing their loot makes them hostile for about 5 minutes, with no pacifying them during this time. Now if you do want to pacify them, then you'll want to leave the area and return later spamming the wave emote. Once tamed, these NPCs are incredibly useful. Assign them to gather resources like meat, wood, stone and fibre, and remember their yields change depending on the tools you give them and the role they have. They also intelligently manage base stations, keeping your forges fueled, cooking meat automatically and sorting items into preserving bins and crop plots, and also depositing some goodies into your storage. Now a pro tip for this is to keep their assigned stations in open areas, as ASA's pathfinding can be quite tricky, causing them to get stuck from time to time. Tamed NPCs are also a massive asset for base defense. Set them to patrol or as a stationary turret, great for the rooftops, and equip them with armor and weapons, and now you have a squad of human defenders. Managing your human companions is easy via their inventory, and yes, cryopods work on them for convenient transportation and storage. The mod also introduces NPC raiding parties, so this will allow wild NPC factions to dispatch groups to assault your base, some even riding their own tamed dinos, bringing a dynamic, almost PvP-like threat to PvE. Now if you don't want this to happen, be sure to place the no raiding signs around your base. So let's tackle the big question: does the human NPCs mod generally change everything in Ark Survival Ascended? The answer is a resounding yes, though that everything has its nuances. First, world ambiance. This is the most immediate striking alteration. The Ark Islands, often breathtaking but desolate, suddenly feel more alive. Encountering a village or spotting a patrol adds a bit more of a narrative layer, especially for solo players, making the world less barren, as it's no longer just you and the dinosaurs anymore. Next, progression. Early on, NPC settlements are a major new dynamic. Formidable obstacles or an early source of exotic resources. Loot from NPCs can be quite handy in the early game to give you a bit of a boost. Mid-game, tamed NPCs offer incredible value for base automation and resource gathering, alleviating some of the grind of the game. And then in the late game, although high-level dinos might outgather them, they still have their base management and defense capabilities. Then there's survival dynamics. Ark has always been about the prehistoric perils. This mod allows you to choose to either survive with or dominate other human societies. The NPC raids mean base defense is about outsmarting somewhat intelligent, tool-using, dino-mounted attackers who are out for your blood. Finally, player choice and narrative. This mod empowers you to shape your next playthrough. Will you be a ruthless warlord with an NPC army, a solitary wanderer, or become part of the NPC's community? This mod provides the tools for diverse playstyles, pushing Ark further into a true survival sandbox. If you're eager to try this mod out, find the Human NPCs ASA mod by Zonekiller on either CurseForge or in the Ark Survival Ascended mod section. It's compatible across PC, Xbox and PS5 in both dedicated servers and single player. Now, installation is generally plug and play, but a wild Dinowipe after install is wise for correct spawning. I'll leave the command for that in the description. Another highlight is for customization. The mod shines through. You can adjust many settings via game user settings.ini or the console commands, tweaking the NPC's spawn counts, enabling or disabling base attacks, set default hostility, and even modify the village density. This control lets you tailor the experience exactly how you want it, so that's always important. I also feel it's important to note that some user reviews noted a period without updates, potentially leaving some bugs unaddressed. However, the mod has been updated as of the 26th of May 2025, so rest assured that Zonekiller is still hard at work and the mod hasn't been abandoned. Remember, as with any mod, there is a chance you'll run into bugs, so be sure to join the Discord and report it. I'll leave the link to that in the description as well. So, what are your thoughts so far? Have you tried the Human NPCs mod? Let me know your most memorable encounter in the comments below. Or if you're now considering using the mod and this breakdown is proving helpful, smash that like button as it genuinely helps out the channel more than you could possibly know. So, back to the ultimate question. Does the Human NPCs mod for Ark Survival Ascended change everything? In my opinion, it absolutely introduces a new element to Ark. It converts lonely islands into vibrant worlds populated by more than just dinos, introducing social interactions, possible threats, and fresh opportunities. From discovering your first NPC village to taming allies who farm, craft, and fight, the mod generally redefines ASA. It's no longer solely about surviving the environment, it's about navigating a world with somewhat intelligent beings. Whether they become allies or obstacles is up to you. If you're looking to fundamentally shake up your ASA experience, the Human NPCs mod by Zonekiller is definitely worth checking out. So as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. And also don't forget to like and share your Human NPCs mod experiences in the comments.